Hey, Bayek, it's me, Ian. And in today's video, I'm looking at this. This is The Crazies from 2010. Now, this is a remake of the 1973 film called The Crazies, which was directed by the one and only George A. Romero. Yes, so this has got a lot to live up to. It certainly has. And does it do the job? Well, I think you might be surprised that it does. Yes. Okay. So it's 101 minutes long, and Rotten Tomatoes give it 71%. I think there's that feeling as, oh no, it's another of these films again amongst the critics. So it's immediately, there's a bit of hostility to it already. And will it live up, of course, to the 1973 film? I think that's what it all comes down to. But I think we should take this film as it is, and I think that's a good way of looking at it. So now this screenplay is by Scott Kozar and Ray Wright. Scott Kozar was responsible for the 2003 script remake of, yes, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and also the 2005 remake of Amityville Horror. So you can see there's a pattern there of remakes with this screenwriter. Interesting, but that's not to put down. I think sometimes, because sometimes they're not always good, the remakes, we do tend to have a negative outlook. But sometimes we should give these remakes a chance, and sometimes they can be really, really good, and as good as the original. Definitely, it can happen. Anyhow, this is directed by Breck Heisner. They're going, who the heck's he? Well, the two films that stand out really are Sahara 2005 and The Last Witch Hunter 2015. Not a big cinematic remake. There's a few other films that have cinema films, but when you look then at his TV series, as you can see why. He's a TV director. Yes, he does lots and lots of TV work. He really does, yeah. So he's all into that, yeah. And I think he does a really good job here. I think he brings out a lot of good things. A lot of the colours as well, you notice, with this film. Very, very good. I think it's really good. Now, it was made on a budget of $20 million. And the box office returns were very good, I think. $54 million returns. That's good. That's really good, I think. And shows that the public do enjoy this kind of film. Yeah, if it's done well, I think the public can really enjoy it. And they do. Now, there's a lot of interesting locations here. We have the Georgia National Fairground, which is in Perry, Georgia. We have the Fountain Car Wash, which is interesting, which is in Macon, Georgia. Seems to be a lot of Georgia area. Georgia on my mind. And then Dublin in Georgia. I didn't know there was a Dublin in Georgia, but apparently there is. And then the Fort Valley in Georgia. We've heard of Fort Valley before, used for locations. And then we've got Cordell in Georgia. But here we are. We've got some in Iowa. Yes. Yes. So there we are. Right. Now, there is a couple of songs that stand out in the soundtrack. I didn't notice really any sort of the music. It wasn't getting too interfering. I can't really remember it, but the song suddenly stood out. And why is it interesting? Because one of the songs was We'll Meet Again, which was sung by Johnny Cash, and I'm going, hey, Bayek, who's that? It's Johnny Cash. I'm thinking, where's Vera Lynn? Yes, it's a wartime song. And then, everybody will know exactly what I mean. I heard Bring Me Sunshine, and it's sang by Willie Nelson. I thought, by heck, where's Morecambe and Wise? Because everybody loves Morecambe and Wise and loves just that song. No, it's their song, yes, by heck. But I suppose, well, there you are, Willie Nelson. Yes, what more can I say? By heck. Anyhow, let's get on to cast. By heck. So, we have got Timothy Oliphant. Yeah, I don't know how I say that right, but anyhow, he plays David, and he's sheriff. Constant character throughout the film, and I think he actually holds the film together really well in many ways. He's a major reason why this film works so well, I think. His acting, he's constantly been there. Now, films that he has been in, Scream 2 from 1997, what a film that is, excellent. And then Gone in 60 Seconds, 2000. I've never seen that one, and Nicolas Cage, I think, is in that. Very popular film, so there you are, but I've never seen that, so I don't know much about it. Then he was in Mother's Day, 2016. And then here we are, Tarantino film. A lot of people were in this, though, to be fair, which was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That was from 2019. And then he was in Amsterdam 2022, which I think didn't get a very positive response to that one. But it was, at the time, was considered an important film, a big sort of film with stars alongside him. But there you are. I don't think it did that well. So those some of the films that he was in. Okay, there we are. Then we have got Radha Mitchell, who plays Judy, and she is in the film his wife, who happens to be the community doctor. And in this film, that can be quite helpful. Well, you think it might be, anyhow. Now, she was in Pitch Black 2000. That film is also a very good film. I enjoy that one. Phone Booth as well. Yes, Phone Booth 2002, another great film. And then Man on Fire 2004. What a lot of great films that is. And then, I've never seen these films, but anyhow, Olympus Has Fallen 2013 and London Has Fallen 2016. I always see them around. A lot of people must enjoy those films. They seem very popular. So that there you are. And then she was in a film called Girl at the Window 2022. Some other films that I have not mentioned, but yeah, there we are. Then we've got Joe Anderson, who plays Russell. And Russell is the deputy sheriff, to the sheriff. And he's in it quite a lot as well. He was in Creep. Wow, 2004. He was in a film called Amelia, 2009. Then Horns, 2013, which is an interesting film indeed. Then he was in The Ballad of Lefty Brown, 2017. I think by that title you may have guessed it. It's a Western, yes. And then he was in The Devil's Conspiracy, which was 2022. And also, if you're a Doctor Who fan, and especially of the recent series, which has just finished, he was in the episode Boom. So that's 2024. But I better not talk about the new Doctor Who too much. Yes, it's depressing. Anyhow, he was in that. So interesting. He obviously does a lot of TV stuff as well. And then we've got Danielle Panabaker, who plays Becca. She was in Friday the 13th, the remake. Another remake, 2009, which is okay, as I remember, but it's never going to compete with the original, is it? But yeah, it was okay, as I remember. Let's see. She was in a film that I like, but a lot of people don't like. I've got it in my collection. It's a film that I actually watch quite a bit. It's almost like a comfort film. Shows you how daft I am, because it's quite a violent film. It's Girls Against Boys, which is from 2012. I know it's a film that I just watch quite a lot. But anyhow, but again, she is in a lot of TV series. As you look at her CV, you think, wow, oh yeah, lots of them. Then finally, we've got Christy Lynn Smith. She plays Deirdre Farnham. She was in Assumed Killer, 2013, and All Hallows Eve 2, 2015. That sounds an interesting film. I looked at it, and it's a anthology, horror anthology. So I'm always interested now. I've never heard anybody mention that one before. I don't know why. Perhaps it's not that good. I don't know, but it might be. So I'm always interested in horror anthology films. She's in that apparently, and again, a lot of TV series. So what's this film about? I think you may have a clue. Now, it's set in a fictional town called Ogden Marsh. There you are. In, of course, Iowa. Yes, so we got the link where it was filmed. Yeah. Now, it's become infected by a biological agent. As things do, as the disasters in these films. And it turns those infected into violent killers. And yes, it's a great premise again. And of course, everything starts to escalate. Once it starts to escalate, it's brilliant. And you've got problems when military turn up. As they do, It's a wonderful film, really, in watching the one crisis to another of the actors. As I say, it's very well led by Timothy Olyphant as the sheriff. He's just great, and he really sets the film going, and you're gripped by it. And I think the director brings out all the things that you want from this kind of film. The special effects, makeup is absolutely fantastic. I just love what they've done with all these makeup effects, and it is quite gory as well. It comes across as I think a well constructed film, and and right up to the end, of course, we always get all that. it fits well into these. It may not quite be as good as what George A. Romero does, but I think it's a good film to watch. It is, and I have no complaints about it at all. I think it is. I'm not going to use that word which people use, but it is a very good film, and I recommend watching it. Definitely, don't be put off by any sort of negativity that you might read about this film. It's just an enjoyable film. You know what you're going to get, and I think that's good. If a film delivers that, then you can't really argue with a film that delivers. No way can you argue with that. So that's it, really. I think before I go, I'll just show you my Blu-ray copy, which I got. Look at that cover. Yeah, it moves there. And there it is. It's just a slip. Yeah, it's even a slip as well. And there's the back. So there we are, a slip. And it's just the same as a slip. And then we've got the disc, but we've also got this free Crazies phone cover, which came. Yeah, it says from Asda. Yeah, yeah, sticker on there. It's a really nice little touch. Yeah, absolutely love it. So that's it. Yes, great. Yeah, I'm sure you can pick this up cheap. It's quite cheap. It's worth having in the collection, definitely. A good edition. So that's it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and we'll let you know when I put out all these videos. And you can look at the playlist, see all the things that I do on the channel, films, TV series, music, all that kind of stuff, or often with a nostalgic base. And if you've got any comments, please put your comments down and give this a like. If you give it a like, it gets it out to YouTube. And hopefully other people might enjoy it. And algorithms and all that stuff, I don't know. And that's it. Bye. So all I'm going to say is, I'll see thee again.